Hi friends, so today we're going to talk about the artist Claude Monet. He will be our artist study for May. And here he is right here. He was an artist in the 1800s, so a long time ago, and he liked to paint the outdoors. He loved to paint landscapes, which is painting the land around you. And he particularly liked to paint his gardens. And today we're going to have a story about Monet, because as you know, friends, we like to have a story that accompanies our artist study. And this one is called The Magical Garden of Claude Monet by Lawrence Anholt. And look, the first cover of the jacket shows one of his paintings. Isn't that beautiful? Makes me want to get out my watercolors. So let's see what this book is all about. I wish we had a garden, said Julie. She looked down the drab river which ran through the city. Even Louis the Greyhound was bored with being inside. As soon as I have finished this painting, said Julie's mother, I'm going to take you on a journey of the most wonderful garden in the world. It belongs to my friend, the painter Claude Monet. So look, here they are going on the train. They took a big black train beside the twisting river far out of the city. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And into the countryside. Just like I said, he lived out in the country and he liked to paint outside. Then Louis began to run down the hill and into a lane where a big, huge wall stood around a mysterious garden. Stop, Louis, called Julie, but it was too late. Louis had gone. Julie didn't know what to do. She got down on her hands and knees and wriggled inside. It was like crawling into a dreamy world where twisting plants and tall trees grew. Look how beautiful that is, friends. Julie ran around a corner and almost knocked over a big man with a spade. A spade is like a shovel. The man wore a straw hat and had a huge white beard. Oh, said Julie, I am looking for my dog. Are you the gardener? I suppose I am, said the man. Come and look. One day, these tiny seedlings will go into a big flower, but a gardener has to be very patient, just like a painter. See, he's showing her his seedlings. Then Julie realized, oh no, you are Claude Monet, she gasped. Yes, laughed the old man, I am Claude Monet. Together, they searched for Louis along the shady path, deeper and deeper into the magical garden until it seemed as if they had left the real world behind. Look at that. Look at the light shining into these bunches of trees. So beautiful. Here we go. Under a willow, Julie saw Monet's umbrella like a huge white mushroom. And there was Louis. He had a blue nose, a purple ear, and one green paw. Naughty dog, shouted Julie. You've walked all over Mr. Monet's paintings. I think your dog wants to be a painter, laughed Monet. Look, he's made a picture too. Look here. Then Julie saw Monet's paintings laid out on the sun to dry. Clouds floating on a mirror pond, a field of golden haystacks. The brush marks glowed in the like flowers in the garden. A little Japanese bridge. Look at that. And how nice that he could just have them outside to dry. Look at this. They turned the handle on a rickety gate and stepped inside. It was like a garden inside a garden, a wild, wet, watery garden where willows bowed over a silent pool. Together they crossed the bridge. Would you like to cross a bridge like that? I know I would. Looky here. Here's the big reveal. Look at this, friends. When they rowed across the pond, it felt like floating into one of Mr. Monet's paintings. So the author has captured his impression of the painting. Isn't that beautiful, friends? And how cool is it that it has a fold-out in the book? Okay, let's keep going. All right. Julie heard the splash of the oars and birds calling in the trees. All around them, lilies sparkled like midnight sky. When they reached the very middle of the pool, Monet stretched into the dark water and pulled out a flower, the biggest lily of all, as bright as a silver star. A little present from my water garden, he said. Isn't that beautiful? They walked back towards the house, and Monet pushed open a huge studio door. Here is my biggest idea of all, he said proudly. I am trying to paint the most enormous water garden in the world. When you stand in the middle, you will feel as if you have dived into a pool. It will be amazing, said Julie. For a moment, Monet looked sad. But to tell you the truth, I wonder if I'll ever finish, he said. I'm old now, and my eyesight is bad. Julie thought for a moment. You will need to be very patient, she said, like a gardener. Yes, he smiled, just like a gardener. Then Claude Monet pulled out a big watch. It's 6 o'clock precisely, he said. Time to eat. Look how big that is, friends. So many different paintings in one that connect together. Look at this yellow room. Waiting in the yellow dining room, surrounded by pictures from Japan, sat Miss Monet and Julie's mother. Here are your little runaways, said Monet. Look, he's trying to steal some toast off the table. Naughty boy. Then it was time to leave. Monet walked with them as far as the river. Louis wanted to say goodbye too, but he jumped up and Julie's beautiful lily went flying in the river. Oh, Louis, shouted Julie. That was a special lily. That naughty dog. They took the train back to the city, and even Louis was tired. The garden seemed like a distant dream. See, they're back in the city, all tired. It's interesting they've got everybody painted in one color here, like they're shaded in the night. But in the middle of the night, Julie heard Louis whining to go outside. She tipped through the apartment. Beneath the balcony, something was sparkling on the river. Julie ran outside and stretched into the dark water. She pulled out a lily as bright as a silver star. Perhaps it's the little present from the water garden, she whispered. And as the city slept, she breathed in the sweet smell of the magical garden of Claude Monet. And here's one more picture, and him again. Now, friends, wasn't that a lovely story? So I hope you enjoyed the story, and later on we'll be talking more about him, and in particular what kind of project we're going to do to be inspired by his work. All right, bye for now.